Was good, y'all? Red Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started, I want to say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen today, I'm going to be showing y'all how to create the first ever two-way playmaking sharpshooter build with contact dunks in NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Now, I'm telling y'all, this build is also going to be applicable to current gen. The same exact way that I'm going to bring it to y'all is going to be the same exact way that we can make it on current. Now, before we get into the build making, I got to go ahead and give a quick shout out to Builder Demon on Twitter. He went ahead and helped me find this build. I showed him the details of how to create the original two-way playmaking sharpshooter. I'll go ahead and put a drop-down card of that video if you want to go ahead and check it out. I'll also go ahead and put the link to the video in the description, so be sure to go ahead and check it out if you want to see. But man, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. And I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button. Comment down TG for thank God, as well as where you're tuning in from watching today. And I most definitely got y'all with the response. Now let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this build. We're going to make it under the point guard position. Now I know that we can make it under the shooting guard and even small forward, but point guard is going to be the best way to go today. Now I'm telling y'all, everything when it comes down to this build is going to be super important, especially when it comes down to the body settings. So when it comes down to the height on this build, originally I did make this build at 6'2", but today we're going to go with 6'3". Now when it comes down to the weight, I want to be able to unlock the body shape of Burley, so I'm going to go with the max of 225. For the wingspan, I'm going to go with 6'11", and then for the body shape, like I said, Burley is going to be able to get unlocked. So right here, if you follow these body settings, you're going to be all set to go. Let's get into the breakdown of the attributes, and first, I'm going to get into the physicals. So when it comes down to the speed, you want to go with an 81, 80 for the acceleration, and for now, I'm going to skip over the strength. Then when it comes down to the vertical, go with the 75 to get the contact dunks. And then when it comes down to the stamina, go with the 90 to wrap it up, and this is going to set us up perfectly for the physicals. Now I'm telling you, if you want to change these numbers, you can do so, but do it after we create the build together. Now from here, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the finishing. Now for my close shot, I'm going to go with the 58, my driving layup a 71 with an 85 driving dunk. Now going with an 85, it gives us silver posterizer, and as you can see for tier 1, we get 2 gold badges, 5 bronze, and then for tier 2, 2 bronze, 1 gold, and then for tier 3, we get 3 silver, and like I said, we get posterizer, and if you add extra badges towards this build, we'll also be able to put on silver limitless takeoff. Now from here, this is what I'm going to go with when it comes down to the finishing. Let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Now for my mid-range shot, I'm going to go with an 88, 89 for my three-pointer with a 72 free throw. Now the free throw is going to be essential. 70 is going to be the baseline and what I feel like is going to be perfect to be a consistent shooter on the free throw line when it comes down to the rec and pro-am. Now when it comes down to the mid-range and the three-pointer, I think 88 is going to be perfect. Now if you do go anything lower, the build name changes. For my three-pointer, normally on the original build, I was able to unlock gold limitless range, but today I wanted to be able to get the contact dunks on this build. And for tier 1, we still have 8 Hall of Fame badges. Then when it comes down to tier 2, 2 Hall of Fame, 2 gold, and then for tier 3, we still get Agent 3 on gold, blinders, and then silver Deadeye and limitless range. Now with our takeovers, we're going to be able to get the sharpshooting, and that's going to make up for the extra badge point. But from here, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. Now for my pass accuracy, I'm going to go with the 86, 88 for my ball handle with an 82 speed with ball. Now in total, we get 24 badges, and as you can see, some of the main badges that I'm looking at right here for tier 1, of course, ankle breaker on Hall of Fame. You could even go for floor general, vice grip on gold, but then when it comes down to tier 2, we get gold hyperdrive, unpluckable, and quick first step. And then for tier 3, clamp breaker, killer combos both on gold, and then we get silver handles for days, mismatch expert, and I think this is going to be a solid setup when it comes down to the playmaking. Now for the defensive end, this is where you need to be very specific with where you put your attributes. So for my perimeter, I'm going to go with an 87, 88 for my steal, and right there we get 20 badges, and just out of tier 1, we get bronze box out beast, pogo stick, also get rebound chaser, chase down artist with post lockdown, and then from there we get 4 Hall of Fame badges just for off ball pass. Now for tier 2, ankle braces, menace, and workhorse will be on Hall of Fame. Pig Dodger is going to be a very important badge as well. And then when it comes down to tier 3, we get Gold Challenger, Silver Glove, Interceptor, and Clamps. Total of 20 badges, and remember, throughout each season, you're able to throw on extra badges into this build. So if you throw it towards your defensive area, even the shooting and the playmaking, you could even go with the finishing. All of this is going to make a huge difference. But at 99 overall, I think this is going to be one of the most rare and best builds to use. Now, you can even consider this to be a catfish. Yes, because we do get the contact dunks, but considering the build name, y'all, I'm telling you, when I first found this build, I did not think we were able to create it with contact dunks. I'm glad that we were finally able to do so. Now from here, let's go ahead and check out the takeovers. Now we get the shot creating, also get the sharpshooting, the playmaking, and then finally we get the lockdown. So remember, you get a +10 when you go ahead and activate your takeover. Then you get another +5 from buying your own boost and a +4 from running with teammates that do have on floor general. So let's just go ahead and say that we picked the playmaking takeover. Our ball handle, speed with ball, and pass accuracy will all be a 99+ if you do decide to go with this takeover. Now, if you do go with the shooting, which is going to be the shot creating or the sharpshooting, when our takeover is activated, we'll be able to get a 100+ mid-range as well as our 3-pointer. Then when it comes down to the lockdown, if you activate this takeover, our perimeter defense as well as our steal will both be in the 99 range. Now again, this comes down to how you want to go about it. Now for my liking, first I'm going to go with limitless range takeover. The second one, and what I think is going to be best for this build, you can go with perimeter badge drop or extreme clamps. Now I'm going to go with this takeover. Now let's go ahead and check the build name to make sure that we made it correctly. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for your support. Now y'all can see the comparisons, and with the build name, we have created the first ever two-way playmaking sharpshooter build with contact dunks. Now go ahead and let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about this build? Would you change anything about it? And again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who made it this far into the video. Comment down TG as well as where you're tuning in from. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and get into the badges. And I just want to say, this is definitely going to be my second build that I'm making throughout the year. Now, I think this is going to be one of the best, if not the best, rare build that I've seen so far throughout the year. Now, from here, let's go ahead and check out the badges. Out of tier 1, the first badge I'm going to go with is going to be Silver Giant Slayer. Now, for tier 2, I like Bronze Fearless Finisher as well as Gold Pro Touch. And then for tier 3, remember, if you do add extra badges towards this build, we'll be able to get Silver Posterizer. So for now, I'm going to go with Bronze. And then when it comes down to our core badge, I'm going to go with Limitless Takeoff. And remember, if you add the extra badges, both of these will be able to get to the silver tier. Now from here, I think this is going to be the best setup that you can go with so far. Let's get into the shooting. Now as you can see for tier 1, I went with Silver Slippery Off Ball as well as Hall of Fame Volume Shooter. And then for tier 2, Hall of Fame Space Creator, Amped, and then Bronze Green Machine. And then for tier 3, Silver Limitless Range as well as Gold Agent 3 as my core badge. Now I think for the shooting we have everything that we need. I picked the most important badges that are going to help us out. Now if you want to go about the setup differently for the badges, you can do so. Let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about the badge setup as well. Now from here, let's check out the playmaking. So for tier 1, the most important badge that I'm going to go with is going to be Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker. Now for tier 2, Silver Hyperdrive, Gold Quick First Step as well as Unpluckable. Now for tier 3, I went with Gold Killer Combos as well as Silver Handles for Days. Now I think this is going to be the most important setup that we can go with when it comes down to this build. Ankle Breaker is definitely essential if you want to be able to get more animations when it comes down to dribbling. But from here, let's go ahead and check out the defense. So for tier 1, I went with 4 bronze badges: Box Out Beast, Post Lockdown, Rebound Chaser, and then Chase Down Artist. Now for tier 2, I went with Hall of Fame Menace, Silver Pogo Stick, and then for tier 3, Silver Glove, and then Gold Core Challenger. Now this is my setup when it comes down to the defensive end. If you want to make any adjustments, you definitely can do so along the way with this build. But if you mess with it, go ahead and let me know by dropping a like. I would highly appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who made it this far into the video. I truly appreciate your support. And again, I just want to say thank God for another day and another opportunity. But with all that being said, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, and turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Now go ahead and drop a like. Be sure to go ahead and let me know in the comments where y'all tuned in from today. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.